think that's too loud?
Update notifications. You can now play the minigame Balloon World. Try talking to Luigi when he appears as you advance in the game. Okay.
I guess we're starting now, because that's worth comment.
Okay. Hey, we've got a minigame.
Yeah, you're listening to Tarbuck Ransom,
And not a vampire.
and we're playing Mario Odyssey again after losing a giant pile of footage.
Or perhaps not, because I guess we're going to play Balloon World when we find Luigi.
Yeah. Oh, piss off with this filter garbage.
Special outfits incoming. Ooh! Musician hat and musician outfit. I kind of like that idea.
I really like the Sinatra look that he's got going there.
Yeah. I actually like all three of them. They all each have their charms. The
lowest one reminds me too much of Sunshine, and I fucking hate Sunshine.
You hate it?
Playing it is not fun for me.
Okay. And yet you want me to play it, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Do you hate me?
No, but,
Do you hate me? Fiddler on the Roof.
But do you hate me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Just look at how Mario makes me cold.
You're cold all the time.
Exactly. I was considering before. Oh, how do I roll?
Crouch, dash.
I forgot how to play this.
Maraca, yeah, that's because we haven't recorded one of these
There we go.
forever.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
I am so glad that you didn't go careening off into the infinity.
That might have sucked, wouldn't it? Did I just lose a coin?
No, you gained a coin.
Okay. Come on.
Okay,
come
so
on.
do you want to talk at all about the difficulty that we had recording this last time?
Yeah, so if anyone's watched our recent uploads, the visuals do not match our audio because lots of trouble recording. I think at one point, we actually tried to record the last session twice, and both times your computer gave issues.
Yeah, there were memory issues one time. There were what was the other thing? There were power issues.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. You hadn't gotten that flag yet? Wow.
No, because I spent all my time messing around over there.
I forgot about that. Yeah. So are these like baby Goombas? Because they're yellow when they're supposed to be brown. They're like unripe Goombas.
There we go. I don't know. That's a good question. Hehe.
I like how the ground pound knocks them back. I never noticed that before.
It's only if you don't land right on top of them.
Granted, I've been trying to play through Fire Emblem Warriors for the last couple weeks.
Get off of me! You little shits! Oh, shit.
Yeah, remember you only have 3 hits.
Oh, God. Oh, okay, I want to get that stuff, though. How do I get hearts?
Kill lots of dudes. Eventually you'll just kind of find one. Or die because it's only 10 coins and who cares?
Death is not fun. I don't know who says that death is fun, but it's not.
Suicidal people?
No, even suicidal people don't think it's fun, I don't think.
I mean, it's the kind of fun you can only have once.
Shoot.
Why wouldn't you not just throw your hat at it?
Because I haven't played this game in forever.
Yeah, but, you've played video games before. You only have 2 moves. One of them is to throw your hat, and the other one is to jump on things.
Yeah,
it's spiky, so you should throw your hat at it.
I didn't think the hat would do anything.
The hat is the solution to almost all of your problems.
See, you talk of this as though I played this game recently and that I always remember all of... Shoot. And that I always remember all of the controls for every single game I've ever played. Ow!
You know, a game, despite the fact that I love it, a game that I never got second nature with was Metroid Prime. Those games never became second nature, even like in the middle of playing.
Why's that?
Because the GameCube controls for it were really weird.
Oh! I didn't get... I pressed to throw my hat, but I ran into it. Whew! Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay.
So, I just came out of a stream. I was in the comments of a Procrastinators live stream.
Radcon 3!
Radcon 3!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
How was that? I haven't really asked you about that.
So, I really like their commentary and their discussion and all of their rad content, but one thing that does bother me is I'm a little disappointed at how bad they made the new Kirby game sound. That's like something like Kirby All-Star and Friends, something like Team Star, Kirby Team 4-Star.
Kirby Team Fortress 2?
Yeah, Kirby Team Fortress 2. So, you can... Well, you're really bad at this.
Yeah, I'm a terrible driver. I don't know how I got my license.
Like,
good to know.
Remember, if you after you've thrown the hat, if you shake the Joy-Con, it goes to the nearest target. It has like a... You know, I never thought to do it that way. I feel like a moron.
And who was just making fun of me for not being able to do anything?
No, I would go between the pillars, but that's much hard. Like, I could do it just fine, but it's much harder to do it that way.
Yeah, that's just how I was trying to do it. I don't want this guy.
Yeah. You have to throw your hat first.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to distract.
Wait, is the yellow part of the flower a coin? It is! No, it was just the shadow.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Okay, so the new Kirby game seems like New Super Mario Brothers Wii or New Super Mario World Wii U. One of those. You know.
No.
The side-scrolly Mario game that is garbage.
Okay.
Like, despite the fact that we play Mario a lot on this show, half the reason is because Mario games are really easy, but...
And they're fun!
Yeah. But you know what is neither easy nor fun?
What?
New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Got lucky.
All the Wii U Mario games were all uniform garbage.
I feel proud of this. Really, I have not played any of the Wii U Mario games.
You should, like, pull up not a live stream.
No.
What's the other thing?
Don't make me work.
Pull up a Let's Play of... No, I don't mean put it on screen or something like that. I mean, like, pull up a Let's Play of some people, any people, playing 4-player Mario Wii or Mario Wii U, and just, like, follow the action. Follow the action for a minute. Jump into the middle of a video or like episode 5 of a Let's Play or something like that, and just follow the action for a full minute, and that will be sufficient to kill your interest entirely in Mario Wii U. The very last block on the left is breakable when you're low. Not what I meant, but cool.
Yeah.
Is it not going to spawn it because you're too close to it?
Yes!
Interesting.
Woo!
I dislike the fact that it doesn't give you... Like, it doesn't preserve Mario's clothes in pixel form.
Yeah! I mean... I can understand not doing that. Like, you know, because, you know, you're referencing classic Mario! Whew. No, thank you. I never asked for this.
So...
I can understand because they're trying to reference, you know, classic Mario. They want you to look like classic Mario, but... I'm a poncho boy right now.
Yeah. Would it have just been too much extra work?
How do I?
I don't know. I'm like, after watching the gameplay of the new Kirby game, I'm like mad at Nintendo now. All right, here's an example of how the new Kirby game is garbage and terrible, and you should feel bad for making it. You personally, because
Me?
you made it. Yeah, you made it.
Oh,
you did.
Shoot,
this.
I'm really sorry about that.
At least you know what you did wrong.
At least I'm apologetic.
Why did you jump into the path? He can't go down.
Because I knew it was gonna happen.
You panicked.
Anyways.
That's what happens.
I knew it was gonna happen.
In all video games, you panic.
I accepted my fate.
It's the E-jump.
I can remember how to do things.
Yeah. Thankfully, this game doesn't really require you to know how to play the game most of the time.
Yeah, that's nice.
All the stuff that I do that's like super advanced is
optional.
Yeah.
Suboptimal.
I love Overwatch. So, what?
Kirby sucks.
Right, new Kirby sucks. It's really disappointing because Kirby, for such a long time, the common wisdom is there has never been a bad Kirby game. There's only been experimental Kirby games.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is the first bad Kirby game.
Really?
And let me tell you how. Okay. At all times, unless you're in a boss fight, the controls are listed in the top right corner of the screen.
Huh.
Think about what that says the designers think about their players.
Casual gaming.
Not that is a level beyond casual gaming because like they don't have constant on-screen reminders of what the buttons do on cell phone games.
That's true. Now, is this just for that one game, or is this for all Kirby games?
That's just for that one game. Kirby was consistently the best game. Which, like, there's this Digibro thing about why do people like Kirby so much? Because the usual things that people say they want in video games, Kirby doesn't have any of those things. But people love Kirby.
Yeah. I can dig it.
Like, Kirby games are not hard, but they are fun.
Okay, so we'll spawn it.
When you're standing up. It'll only spawn it when you're standing up.
Ooh, I didn't think it'd come back!
Why?
Because I'm smart, I guess.
SMRT smart.
Yeah!
Smirt.
Smurf?
Smirt. Something like that. Yeah.
Hey!
You're about to die. So I'm salty about this Kirby game being bad because Kirby games are wonderful.
Have you played all the Kirby games? Like,
not all of them, but I've played a lot of Kirby games.
I've never attached to Kirby because I never played Kirby.
Well, you didn't have like consoles.
Yeah, that's true too.
You were a Sony fan. You were, right?
Only because that's what we had.
You were a Sony fan by default because other siblings of yours were Sony fans.
No, that's just what my mom bought.
I have so much ire for old people and video games.
Oh, I made a terrible mistake.
Like, you know how they would call... It's a meme from back in the day, but like, old people would call literally all forms of video games Nintendo regardless of who actually made the thing.
I didn't know that happened. I'm not surprised, though. Kind of like how if you look up something on the internet, you're Googling it.
It's way worse than that, though, because there's a meaningful difference. Like, there's... I don't use Google for my searches. I use DuckDuckGo, just because Mask got me hooked on bang commands. But...
Again...
I still call it Googling stuff, because basically all search engines are the same.
I don't call it Googling stuff, like, unless you really Google it. I usually say something like, oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, well, I will take it a meme step farther, and I will say, ask Gudra.
Well, because you're a memester.
Yeah, I am a memester.
I memed again.
You should have shook the Joy-Con.
It's not intuitive.
Try it. If you throw the hat out and then you shake the Joy-Con, then it'll...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm running through the hallways of my house.
Oh man, it's just distracting how bad this Kirby game is.
It's weird because you don't even have Kirby in front of you.
Yeah, and it's like the world's most low-effort Kirby game too.
Is
like
it?
there are things that they did just cause. Like there wasn't the level of thought that was put into it like before.
Interesting.
Like there are some really good design decisions made by the Kirby games. I kind of can't wait for what's his name? You know, the Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of can't wait for him to die.
Oh, is he the one behind all this crap?
No, it's a different guy who is in charge of Kirby, but the reason I want him to die is because
You're a cruel beast.
no,
And everyone should deserve to die for this? No.
Because his design philosophy for video games is you should never, ever, ever make a game unless you have a new gimmick for it. Like the hat thing. It is Mario with a hat gimmick. If they didn't think of the hat gimmick, they wouldn't have made a new Mario. That's why F-Zero is a dead series. Because the last idea that they had for it was on the GameCube. But let me describe this to you, okay? Racers, in the future, using race cars that don't have wheels. They have maglev. And the races go like upside down, and you have to use the Seeker or it's not gonna go well.
The Seeker?
Throw hat, hold button, Joy-Con. Throw hat, hold button, Joy-Con. You could throw direct
without it. Ooh.
Yeah, you can. It is doable, but it's not advisable. It's not a good idea. It's not a good
idea. Good idea.
So, a racing game where the cars all levitate onto a magnetic track and you go at 600 miles an hour through loop-de-loops and you're driving upside down and it's just in an insane speed. Because unlike most racing games, F-Zero actually engages with the fact that it is a video game and it is not bound by the laws of physics.
I love it.
Okay, so they only ever made 2 of them, one for the Super Nintendo and one for the GameCube, and that was it. Can you imagine how amazing it would be to play a racing game where you can casually travel 600 miles an hour upside down on a magnetic track in 60 frames?
I cannot.
And you know why you can't?
Because it doesn't exist.
Because Nintendo won't make a game without a gimmick. Since the N64, fans of Kirby have wanted the ability to combine powers. So in Kirby 64 or Kirby and the Crystal Shards, it's Kirby 64. If you had fire as a power and you had the cutter as a power, you could, and you hit the button to use a power, you would birth a flaming sword from your mouth and you could swing it around and you could throw it at people. It was awesome.
Nice.
And there were combination powers for every single ability in the game, including like double fire. You turn into this giant phoenix thing and like fly for a little bit as opposed to just doing a short little fire dash.
Okay.
So there, and combining powers makes perfect sense for Kirby. So of course they've never done it ever again.
Combined powers?
Yes. Kirby has friends who would modify his abilities. So let's say you have the owl-looking character I don't remember any of these guys' names because it was the Super Nintendo and I was like 7. But let's say you have the owl and you have the firepower. Well, now the fire dash is a diagonal down instead of just straight across. It's like a super kick.
Okay.
Yeah. It changes what the powers do.
Yeah.
And they've never done that again either. They've never brought back the animal friends. And the game that they came out with that had that came out forever ago. Like, the guy who runs Nintendo doesn't seem to realize that people want more and better versions of things they already have in addition to new things.
No, I suppose not. I guess there's always the concern about just rehashing old ideas and not doing anything new.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed. There's only one Assassin's Creed game that they've continued making since Assassin's Creed 2.
That's blasphemy for some people.
Those people are wrong and dumb.
That surely will endear people to your side.
Okay, so take somebody who has never played an Assassin's Creed game after Assassin's Creed 3. Okay? Have them play an Assassin's Creed game that was made more recently than that. Then take it away from them and give them a different Assassin's Creed game 2 weeks later that picks up in a different part of the story.
This is so dangerous.
Yeah.
I knew it!
You never should have rotated the camera.
I don't think I could have done it either way.
Well, you got the coins anyway. It doesn't matter.
Anyone who thinks I could have has too much faith in me.
So give them the other Assassin's Creed game and tell them that you resume the game as a different, like, here, I played the game a little bit further ahead. You're playing as a different character now. So the only difference between them is the character that you're playing as and the setting that you're in. Okay? And because of the setting, the time period. You can do this infinitely many times, and they will not be able to tell the difference mechanically between any of the games, because they're all the same.
I wouldn't know. I've not really played Assassin's Creed. Like, I played just a hint of it, but because a friend of mine had it, but, he played it all the time, so I didn't get a chance to play.
It suffered from the same thing that I've been noticing in video games for the last forever, where it just dumbs down and dumbs down and dumbs down and dumbs down until there is nothing left.
Really? Did you know that Assassin's Creed was one of the things that inspired Blue to go into history?
Yeah. We're talking about Overly Sarcastic Productions, by the way.
Yeah. Started watching their channel more. It's fun.
It is a good channel.
It's interesting to see how they portray certain parts of history versus, like, extra credits.
Yeah.
Like, right now, extra credits is doing their thing about Genghis Khan, and I just watched Blue's thing about the Mongols, and it's like, oh, well, they didn't frame it in this way.
Yeah, they're both trying to do similar things, but from different approaches.
Yeah.
So since you've watched both the Genghis Khan things, what do you think talk a little bit about the difference in their styles?
Well, to be fair, X Credits has not yet gotten to the end of the Genghis Khan story, although they have, they just, with the recent episode, gotten to talking about the Mongol conquering Beijing, and the Extra Credit seems to be taking the more humanizing, approach, and not spending a whole lot of, they're not really going into, the negative parts of what it was to be conquered by the Mongols so much, whereas Blue made sure to really talk about that kind of thing.
If you don't go faster, you will lose.
I don't know how to go faster.
Hold Y to accelerate. Shake the Joy-Cons to... Hey, you didn't read the text on screen?
Am I supposed to?
Yeah, so... Oh, we've been here before. Yeah, we've been here before. You're not gonna find anything in here?
No, it just opened. It was brand new.
No, that was the giant inverted pyramid that just opened.
Really? Well, shit, I better get out of here then.
Yeah, if you... Oh, I found out that the Brutals have names.
Who's the Brutals?
The rabbit people.
Oh. They have... Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but they don't appear anywhere in the game, to my knowledge.
They wouldn't let me move the camera so I couldn't fucking see where I was fucking going.
One of the biggest criticisms that I have of extra history and overly sarcastic productions is that the history section of OSP and most of extra history is all about battles or like military history in some fashion, and I don't care about that. I so don't care. It's a lot like people who get really into knowing the minutia of Civil War battles or World War II battles. It's like, that's not the important part at all. You're getting caught up in the minutia of like, what happened rather than the actual substance and implications of what happened.
Like, are you talking about how when a battle comes in, how they portray it, or that they always do, like, battle-related people?
They always use military history in some fashion. I don't care about that. Okay, it's not always. Like...
Yeah, Mary Seacole.
Mary Seacole is exactly the example that I was going to use.
Oh, I thought you were going to do, she sells seashells.
I changed halfway through because I didn't remember if her name was Seacole or Sebring.
Ah.
But, like, she sells, which
Mary Anning.
Yeah, which was another Mary, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Or Hiawatha.
Or, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow, the Broad Street Pump. Those are all great stories. Those are the kinds of things that I want to know about. I don't care about military history. It doesn't matter. All military history is the same. There's only one military history, and it's people fought battles.
Oh. I don't know, like things like the what was it? I don't think it was Venezuela. Like a Latin American like fight for independence. I thought that was very enlightening, especially because...
Didn't watch it because it's military history.
But I don't think that's really fair because people don't really talk about that kind of stuff, especially in the U.S. Like Latin America, that's all like, drug cartels. That's all we know about it or care to know about it.
And I know because of you that they also had their own Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they might have had a few Hitlers.
This is going to be a super controversial topic if anybody listening is from South America, but like Juan Perón is apparently like South America's Hitler,
well,
as I remember.
He was a fascist, yeah. I don't know if he's...
I mean, that's basically the same.
I suppose. I don't know...
Do you have to do a Holocaust to qualify as a Hitler, or do do people care about other parts of Hitler?
I don't
or is
know,
it
like,
just the Holocaust part?
Would they call Mussolini a Hitler?
Yeah, he was Italy's Hitler. Or at least that's the way that I think of him.
Fucking, I thought I landed on him!
Italy had their own Hitler. Japan had their own Hitler. Actually, Japan's Hitler might have been worse. Other than...
Did he would we consider him a Hitler? Because, isn't one of the defining factors first you have to be a fascist?
I think it was like a military dictator. Tojo? The guy in charge of Japan during World War II.
Wasn't that Hirohito?
Yeah, but did Hirohito actually make all of the important decisions, or was it? I have no idea.
I realize I don't know either. Like, they don't really go...
No, keep going to the right.
Yeah. They don't really go into that kind of stuff in history except Japan bad, America good.
Yeah, what I was thinking of it in terms of was they had like a strong military presence, and their military rule was like freakishly cruel.
Yeah.
And horrible, and I don't want to describe it on the show because it will make you sad.
Yeah. It will.
But, like, doing...
That's
a small one is their tradition of doing medical experiments on prisoners.
Ooh, yeah.
Kind of just applied to anybody that they captured. Like, you go ahead and you ask Korea how they feel about Nanking. So, yes, Japan had their own Hitler.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
All right, next time on the Arch Plays, we'll talk more about history.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we have episode breaks.
Do you want to not have episode breaks? Do you want to do one giant Let's Play like Digi and May?
Whew. I don't know.
Do you want to try it? I mean, the biggest reason to have episode breaks is...
Make it easily consumable?
Yeah, it's easier for people to consume. And nobody's watching right now, but I imagine that when we go back... They'll when you get bigger, people are going to want to listen to you talk more. I mean, I already want to listen to you talk more. That's half of why we do this show.
That's interesting to hear.
And it's not like we do topical stuff. Like, we don't really react to recent events very much.
Sometimes we do, but not often.
Yeah. So
Go into the light, Mario! Go into the light!
I want an easier watch-back experience for people who get really into your content.
I suppose that's fair.
Because people who get into my content aren't going to be looking for this kind of stuff, you know?
Perhaps, because your content's less look at me talk. Although, do you think when you start, voicing Mask videos, people want to hear you talk?
People will definitely think that I am Mask and want to listen to me talk more, which is fine because we hang out a lot and Mask influences most of my opinions anyway.
Impersonator!
Like, it's kind of like when you're around a close-knit group of friends, people just sort of lump all of your opinions together.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of times especially with us, we do come to some kind of consensus.
Yeah.
Because we're interested in actually finding answers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know there's something that you have convinced me of. Yo, the one in the dress. Like, her name is Harriet.
Cool.
Get it? Harriet.
Cool.
Because she's a hare.
Yeah.
It's another word for rabbit.
Duh. Oh, I can't remember how to defeat her.
You send her to, have her look up her own name on Fur Affinity. That's how you defeat her.
Okay, but what am I supposed to do?
Hit the bombs with your hat.
Okay. Ow!
Now jump on her.
That's a lot harder than you think. She's turned into a fucking spaceship, man.
Hit one of those bombs.
Oh.
Too late now. She just made some environmental traps. So, before I hit the next episode thing, I want it to be easier for people to consume your content.
That's understandable.
In the future. And that's why I want to leave the episode breaks in. Okay, next time on tap.
Okay.